Hey everybody, thanks for stopping by my channel. If we haven't met, my name is Kelly and I am a professional hair and makeup artist and just also a beauty enthusiast. And today I'm really excited for this video because we're gonna do a get ready fast. And the reason is because I need to get ready fast. I have a Zoom call in a little bit with my wonderful Paul Mitchell family. Our regional team is just getting together for a little happy hour. And I wanted to just do a look that's gonna be quick, just, slightly perfected skin, something that is very natural, but just makes you feel like a better version of yourself. So I thought I'd share that with you guys today. And in today's times, we're all doing a lot more video conferencing, and I think that this is a great way to just take a few minutes to really get a boosted look. Now, this is going to be a more skin-focused tutorial because I really think that that's where you should put the most of your time in, because that's really going to be what shows up in a video call. I will probably also be doing a very simple eye look that I might put on Instagram. I keep saying I'm going to do that, and I don't. So hold me accountable on this one. I'll tape it and get it up on Instagram for you guys. So like I said, this is a great way to get ready for a video conference, or in all honesty, just when you're looking to be a little bit perfected, but you're short on time. So if you'd like to learn my tips, then let's get into it. Now, I do have all of my skincare and moisturizer on from earlier in the day and my sunscreen, but I want to go ahead and give myself something that's going to revive my skin, make it feel a little more hydrated, and everything that goes on the top will just lay more smoothly. So I'm going to go through with the Fourth Ray Glisten Up Mist. This is a really nice illuminating mist, so it's pretty lightweight. Now, I want a pretty good amount of that mist on because I want to have a little bit of slip to my skin. If you have just put on your moisturizer, you probably won't have to worry about that because you'll have a little bit more slip, because what we're going to do is go through with stick products, and so we want to have something that's going to blend really nice and smoothly. All right, so we're going to get started by applying our color, and I know that that sounds a little bit crazy, but the reason for this is because when we go through with the stick, we're going to place the color where we need it and then go through and use our skin tint to really kind of blend everything out all at the same time. You're going to think I'm crazy, but it really works. So let's go ahead and jump into it. A lot of my videos recently have been more on the pricey side of things, so I wanted to kind of bring it back down to earth and go ahead and use some drugstore products for you guys. So I'm going to start out with our bronzer, and this is going to be the Physicians Formula Organic Wear Sculpting Bronzer. I've talked about this before on my channel. If you'd like to see a review, I will go ahead and link it up in the cards. And this is the deeper shade. On here it just says 9G01, but I do know that it's the deeper of the two shades. I do have both. And I'm just going to go through. Now, we really are just looking to give a bit of bronze to the skin. We're not really like contouring per se. So I'm just going to apply this in the areas that I would normally bronze, and maybe I'll just give a little bit of contour to the nose. I don't know why I'm choosing to do this right now because I almost never contour my nose, but I'm just going to give it a little bit. Now, what I would say is if you're new to this technique, you want to use products that aren't going to dry down really fast because you want to have time to blend them out. Okay, now we're going to go through with our blush, and this is going to be the ColourPop Blush Sticks in the shade Mic Drop. Now, I don't really want a heavy blush look today, so I'm just going to apply a little bit to the cheekbone. The nice thing about this is because we are going to blend this out with a foundation, or in my case, a tinted moisturizer, it looks really soft at the end. So now we've got our color placed. This would be a time where you could use your highlighter as well. However, I want a little bit of a glowier cheek, and putting that underneath is gonna soften that a little bit. So I'm gonna wait to the end for that, but it's all in personal preference for you. As our blending medium, if you will, I'm gonna go through with the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Tinted Moisturizer. Now, this is definitely a favorite of mine. I really love this. I have it in two shades. This is my darker shade, which is medium 10N. I'm just going to apply it right to my brush. So that's about a pump and a half. And I'm going to pop a little bit of this throughout my T-zone mostly, because really that's where I'm going to need the majority of this color. And then I'm going to take a little bit more to apply just to build it up. Having a few breakouts on my chin, so I'm going to kind of build this up. Now, once most of the product is worked into the brush, this is when I like to go through and start blending. So I'm going to go through and blend out this bronzer first, and then move up into the blush. I just realized that I blended the bronzer here but didn't go through in the other two spots. This is what happens when you're kind of in a time crunch. But you do want to blend out those areas first before you go through and do the blush, just so that you don't get like extra warmth from the blush into the rest of your skin. Now, the nice thing about this is it really blends out so softly because you're using that tinted moisturizer to kind of diffuse all of the color. So you're not gonna look like, here's my blush, here's my bronzer, here's my highlight. It just looks like blended, nice, even skin. And because you're only having to blend once, it saves a lot of time. All right, so hopefully you guys can see here, I've got a little bit of dimension to my skin now and it's a little perfected. And I love that this technique really cuts out a lot of time, because rather than going through with your foundation or your tinted moisturizer and then a blush and then a bronzer and then a highlight, you kind of like blend it all at the same time. Now, this doesn't allow for like super perfected placement, but that's not really what we're going for today. We're just going for like, get me looking good really quick, right? So what I'm gonna do now is go through with a bit of a lightweight concealer. I have some pretty dark under eyes right now, so I just want to perfect that, and I'll probably touch over these couple lovely blemishes. It's either from the mask wearing or possibly the string cheese I've been eating, one of the two. I'm gonna go through with the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. This is one of my all-time favorite natural finished concealers. This is the shade Light. I'm just honestly gonna use my finger to blend this out because we are minimizing brushes and minimizing the time this application is going to take. And I'm taking a little bit of that, whatever's left on my finger, down my nose, just because my nose gets so darn red. All right, so you guys tell me, would you guess that this was pretty much all done in like one fell swoop with a brush? Maybe it's just me, but I think that this looks pretty darn good for honestly taking like 3 minutes to blend out. You could certainly leave this here. I think especially because that Pretty Fresh tinted moisturizer has a nice glow to it, you don't need a lot more. But of course, I'm gonna be a little bit more over the top and go through with the Hello Halo liquid highlighter in the shade Halo Goodbye. Just a very tiny bit of this on the top of the cheekbones and maybe on my brow bone as well, just to go ahead and give a lifted appearance. So this is a really nice, like lighter pearly shade. And I'm just going to blend most of that out on my hand and just give a little dab. Move these little baby hairs out of the way. There we go. So if you guys can see, that just gives that really nice glow. I mean, I honestly think with a little bit of practice, you could do this application technique in like 5 to 7 minutes. So this is a really quick, easy way to get perfected skin. All right, now we're gonna go through with a little bit of setting powder, just a very translucent one. This is gonna be really key, especially if you're going to be on a video call where you feel like you might look extra shiny through your T-zone, or if you're someone that tends to get a little bit more oily, you'll want to have something that can mattify you just a little bit. Now, while I don't have anything that's technically drugstore, I do have something that's very drugstore priced. This is the RCMA No Color Powder. And this powder is so great just because it's really inexpensive and, you know, it works for just about anybody. I mean, it has a very, very translucent tone to it, and it's just great to set down your makeup, but it's not really cakey. It's very finely milled. I'm choosing to really spend most of my time on my T-zone and right here in the corners of my nose. And I'm gonna leave my cheeks unset just because I like that glow, but a little bit of powder is gonna go a very long way. All right, now we've got our face set with some powder. This is really going to help, like I said, keep the shine down, and it's actually gonna help extend the wear of this makeup, especially since everything we used was cream. If you do want a little bit more longevity out of it, just use a light dusting of translucent setting powder. Now, I honestly think a coat of mascara and you could be good to go with this. But if you did want to go ahead and leave it right here, I would just recommend using a light mist of a setting spray. One setting spray from the drugstore that I really like is the Milani Make It Last setting spray. This is really great, a no frills, just set it down and keep it there kind of spray. So this is one that I will be using once I get the rest of my eye look finished. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that and I will be right back. Okay guys, so here we are. I ended up going a little bit more than natural on my eyes, but I think it'll be a fun one. If you do want to see it, I'm gonna work really hard to get this up on Instagram for you. I think it's just a fun slightly colorful look, and I used a brand in this look that I had never tried before, and I am very excited. I'm actually working on a review right now. I just want to use them for a little while and give you guys my full opinion. So this look will be coming for you guys soon on Instagram if you do want to check it out. If you aren't already following me on my Instagram account for this channel, it's Keep Beauty Real, and I hope to see you there. So as far as the skin though, what do you guys think? I think that this technique is really quick and easy. All you guys missed while I was off camera, besides the eye look, was I did go ahead once my eyes were done and I spritzed my face with the Milani Make It Last Setting Spray. This is obviously really just gonna help also lay down the eyeshadow that you do if you do choose to do any. Like I said, you could very well just throw on a coat of mascara and be really polished. Now I did also go through with this Nivea Peach Lip Care Balm. This has a very sheer tint to it, so I threw that on, decided I wanted a little bit more definition to my lips, so I just went through with that Rimmel Spice pencil that I tend to grab a lot. It's sort of like one that goes with everything, and I'm honestly not even sure if they make it anymore, but I have found it on Amazon still. So speaking of, I will go ahead and leave all the details of what I used today in the description bar below. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know if you're gonna try this technique out. Like I said, with a little practice, I think it could save you a lot of time. So if you enjoyed this and you don't want to miss out on future videos, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. That's the best way to have YouTube let you know that I've uploaded a video. Thanks again for stopping by. It's always great to get to hang out with you, and I will see you really soon. All right, so now we're going to go through with the Color Plop. And now we'll go through with the Color Plop, really Color Pop. All right, now we're gonna go in with our blush, which today will be the Color Plop.